Hi guys, welcome back to the session. Today we will create a UiPath project to do sentiment analysis. And in this project, I'm going to do the sentiment analysis of all these reviews for this office chair in this Flipkart website. So we'll scrape all these reviews using the data scraping functionality of UiPath, and we'll do the sentiment analysis of all those scraped reviews one by one. So let's see how we can create this project in UiPath. Now the question arises, how to do the sentiment analysis? Well, there are many ways to do sentiment analysis. We have the APIs to do sentiment analysis. We can write a piece of Python code to do sentiment analysis. In this project, I'm going to use the sentiment analysis machine learning model, which is already present in AI Fabric. So in case if you are not aware of what is AI Fabric and how to set up AI Fabric in UiPath, please check out my previous video for the reference. So here I am inside the UiPath Automation Cloud. Let's move to AI Fabric and let's create new project from here. Let's give the name of the project, Sentiment Analysis of Customer Reviews, and let's give a project description here. This project will do the sentiment analysis of customer reviews. And let's create this project. Now here let's move to ML packages, and since we wish to use an already existing ML package, so we'll go with this out of the box packages. And here we have multiple of open source packages present. We'll go with this language analysis where we have this sentiment analysis model. So this sentiment analysis model was open sourced by Facebook Research. It predicts the sentiment of a text in English language. That means this model will take a text in English language as an input, and in the output it is going to return a JSON with the value of sentiment and the confidence. Now the value of sentiment could be very negative, negative, neutral, positive and very positive. And the value of confidence will vary between 0 to 1. So let's choose this package version from here, from this drop down. So we'll go with this latest version. Let's hit submit. Let's give our package name, that is package sentiment analysis. Package version we chose as 0. This is the description, input description and output description. Let's hit submit. And we created this package P sentiment analysis. Now our next step is to create the ML skill. So let's move to ML skill and create new ML skill from here. Let's enter an ML skill name. So I am going to give the name as ML skill sentiment analysis. Let's choose the package, ML package, which we just created. Let's choose the package major version, which is 2. Then the minor version, which will be 0. Let's enter a description here. Skill for sentiment analysis. And since I'm working on the enterprise style edition, we don't have the GPU, so I'm not going to enable this GPU. Let's hit create. So we created this ML skill with this package. The status as of now is deploying. After some time it will be deployed to the orchestrator where you can see the status, where you can see the ML skill in orchestrator. Let me show you. So move to orchestrator. Let's open the orchestrator. So here I have opened the orchestrator. Move to tenant. Then move to ML skills. So here you see all the ML skills which we deployed in the AI Fabric are present. We created this ML skill just now, ML skill sentiment analysis. Here the status is deploying. It has not been deployed as of now. It is in progress. After some time it will be deployed and the status will be changed to available as of other ML skills. So we are done with the first part. We created the ML skill in the AI fabric. Now our next part of this project is to create the workflow in UiPath Studio. So let's move to UiPath Studio and let's begin to add the activities here. First of all, I'm going to add the activity for the workflow type, which will be flowchart. Let me add this flowchart here. Now, first of all, in this flowchart, I'm going to launch this URL in Chrome browser. I'll share this link in the description in case you want to practice with this URL. So here I'm going to use the activity open browser. Let me add it here. Let's open this one and here I will provide the URL inside double quotes. And here I'm going to choose the browser type as Chrome. This do is not required. Let's delete this one. So open browser activity is ready. Let's move here. Now once this URL is launched, I'm going to use data scraping to scrape all these reviews from this URL. So let's move here and let's select this data scraping. And here we have got this extract wizard. Let's hit next. Now we'll have to indicate the data which we wish to scrape. In our case, we wish to scrape the reviews. So indicate this review, this first review, and click on that. Now since we wish to create a pattern, so we'll hit next and indicate the another review. So let's select this one and click that. So the data has been scraped. Let's give the column name. I'll give the column name as review. Let's hit next. So our job is done. These reviews has been scraped. Let's hit finish. So now it is asking, is data spanning across multiple pages? So yes, we have data across multiple pages. We have data across multiple pages. But our purpose of doing sentiment analysis will be done from the first page only. So let's hit no. And we got this data scraping here. Let me connect these two. And let's open this data scraping. So the reviews has been scraped and stored inside this data table, that is extract data table. Now this extract data table you can see here in the variables. We have this extract data table of variable type data table. Let me change the scope here to flowchart. And in this data table as of now we have only one column of review. I'm going to add two more columns which will store the values of sentiment and confidence which we will get from this ML package. So let me add the data columns here. I'm going to use the activity add data column. Let me add this add data column here. I'm going to give the column name as sentiment and the data table will be extract data table. In a similar way, let me add another data column which is going to store the confidence, and the data table in this case also will be extract data table. So now this extract data table holds three columns, that is reviews, the sentiment and the confidence. We will get this sentiment and the confidence using the sentiment analysis ML skill which we created. Let's move to flowchart. Let me add the output data table to show you what all we have in the data table. So I'm going to add output data table which will take this extract data table and in return it will provide a string value. So let me create a variable here, data table as string, and let me add a message box to show you the results. And inside this message box, I'm going to use the variable DT as string which we just created. So the data has been scraped, the reviews which we have here has been scraped. Now if for each of these reviews present here, we want to do the sentiment analysis of all those reviews one by one. So here I'm going to add the activity for each row. So let me add this activity here. Let's open this one, and for each row in extract data table. So for each row in extract data table, we want to do the sentiment analysis of all the reviews one by one, for which we need to add one activity called ML skill, which is not present here since we need to install a package. So let me show you what package we need to install. So move to manage packages. Let's move to all packages and search for UiPath.ml. So this is the package UiPath.ml services.activities. So let's select this one, install this and hit save. So now the activity will be present. Let me search here. ML skill activity is present now. So let me add this ML skill activity here. Now here it will take the ML skill which we created in the AI fabric. So let me open this drop down, and here you see this ML skill sentiment analysis is the ML skill which we created in AI fabric. So let's select this one. Also inside the orchestrator you can see the status will be available. So let's move to orchestrator again. And you see here this ML skill sentiment analysis, the status has been changed from deploying to available. That means we can use this ML skill now. So we selected this ML skill. Here we will provide the item that will be the input, which will be the reviews which are present in the data table, extract data table. So here I'm going to take active row, and inside the brackets I will provide the column name which will be review. Put a dot and select toString. Now one thing to notice in the reviews is that the reviews has been splitted in multiple lines. Now to make this ML model to work properly, we'll have to keep them in similar lines. So for which I'm going to use a function. So let me open the item from here, and here I'm going to use system.text.regular expressions dot regex dot replace. So this replace function, you can see this replace function takes the parameters as input, then a pattern, and then the replacement. So let me start a bracket here. This will be the input, then I'll provide a pattern inside double quotes. I'll provide /t for tab, or /n for line feet, or /r for carriage return. So this will be the pattern. Then after this I'm going to provide the replacement string, for which I'll provide just the double quotes, and let's close this bracket. So our input is ready. This will be the input to our ML skill. Let's click on OK. And in return it will provide the output as a JSON response. So create a variable JSON response here. Output JSON response. So we get this output from this ML skill, which will hold the sentiment and the confidence of the review. But to access that sentiment and confidence, we'll have to deserialize this output variable. So for that, I'm going to use another activity, for which also we'll have to install a package. So let's move to manage packages, move to all packages, and here I'll search for UiPath.web dot activities. So this is the package. Select this one, install and hit save. Now I'll search for the activity deserialize JSON. So this is the deserialize JSON activity. Let me add this one. Now this will take the input as JSON string, which will be nothing but the output variable which we just created, output JSON response. Let's provide this, and in the output returns the JSON object. So let's create this JSON object variable, JSON object. So we have this JSON object variable now, which holds the sentiment and confidence of the reviews, which we can access easily. So to access those sentiment and confidence, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the assign activity here. Let me add this assign activity, and in the value I'll use JSON object variable which we just created, dot select token, dot select token, and the token value will be the sentiment and confidence which was present in the ML package. So let me show you again. If you move to ML packages, out of the box package, we used the sentiment analysis, this sentiment analysis. So the token, first token will be sentiment. Let me copy this one, and the second token will be confidence. So first let's take this sentiment from here, and inside the brackets I'll provide sentiment, and at the end we'll have to convert it into string, so put a dot and take toString. So this expression will provide the value of sentiment, which we will store inside the extract data table. So here in the to section I'm going to write row, which will be the active row of extract data table row, and inside the brackets I'm going to provide the column name which we chosen as sentiment. In a similar way, I'm going to use another assign activity. So let me copy this one and I'll paste it here. Now in this one, in the value, I'm going to use another token which is the confidence. So let me take the confidence, and I'll provide the token here as confidence. Everything else will be same. This expression is going to provide the confidence for the review. Let's hit OK, and in the row let me change the column name to confidence. So everything is done in this extract data table. For each of the rows of extract data table, this project is going to do the sentiment analysis of all the reviews one by one and provide the value of sentiment and confidence. Now at the end of this project, I'm going to write the extract data table inside an Excel file. So let me add this write range activity, write range activity from the workbook package. Let me add it here. Let's hit browse to provide the workbook path. And I already have this review data XLSX file which is empty as of now. Let's select this one, hit open, and let me open this file. So let me open this review data file. So this is the file which is empty as of now. We are going to write the extract data table in this file. So let's move to UiPath, and here the sheet name will be sheet 1, and we'll start writing from A1 cell, and the options, in the options we'll check this box add headers, and what data table we want to write, we want to write the extract data table. So all done. Let's move to flowchart again, and our project is ready. It's going to launch the URL containing the reviews in the Chrome browser. Then it is going to scrape all the reviews from the URL. Then it's going to add two more columns, that is confidence and the sentiment, in the extract data table. Then after that, we, for each of the rows of the extract data table, We have done the sentiment analysis using the ML skill which we created, and we stored the values of sentiment and confidence inside the extract data table, and at the end we will write the extract data table inside the XLSX file. So let's save this one and let's close the file, and let's close this URL as well. UiPath is going to launch it on its own, and I'm going to quickly run this project to see how it works. So let's run this project, and my project is running now, and it will launch the URL inside a Chrome browser, and then it will do the data scraping views, all these reviews. So here is the result of data scraping. All the reviews get scraped along with the columns which we added, that is sentiment and confidence. Now the next step is to use the ML skill which we created to get the value of sentiment and confidence and store them inside the XLSX file. So let's click on OK, and my project is over. Let's quickly move to the file where the sentiment and the confidence has been stored. So let's move to project and move to file explorer. So this is the review data XLSX file where we have stored the sentiment and the confidence. Let's open this file. So this is the complete data. Here you see for all these reviews, the corresponding sentiment and the confidence has been stored. So if you see an example, this is one of the review, that is, don't buy it after buying it a neck pain started, no reclining feature. So as it is obvious, this is a very negative sentiment. So accordingly, the sentiment is very negative and the confidence is 0.98. Let's see the next review. Let's pick up this review. Here it says buying product, what buying. So as it is obvious, the sentiment is positive and the confidence here is 0.98. So that's all for this session, guys. In this way you can do sentiment analysis in UiPath. This sentiment analysis project is set to be a real-time project because in any company the customer reviews are very crucial to the growth, and customer reviews must be analyzed to validate if the customer is satisfied with their service or product or not. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and share with your friends. Hit the bell button to get the updates on the latest videos. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as well. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.